Hello everyone, thanks for watching. This is Simple Ways. So I'm gonna try to simplify things for you. We're using a brush. So there are techniques involved, but I'm gonna try to make it very simple or help you when you're working with the brush. So as you see, this is actually a small brush, but first step would be technique to cut the wall, which is very difficult. It can be intimidating at times because without using tape to keep lines straight, and it can be very challenging. We'll start with how we use the brush with the paint. So as you see, we have some paint here. You can see when I want some paint on the brush, I need to pick up some paint. So I will kind of have paint brush dip in approximately about 2 inches. And if it's a can, it's literally dipping in, but not to exceed over a couple of inches. And as you pick up the brush, you twirl it so it can hold the paint on the brush. So you actually have to have paint on your brush in order to apply it to the wall. So here we go. A couple of steps to knowing what to do. So as you get up your ladder and you wanting to cut this wall from the ceiling. So first step would be getting the brush and apply it below the ceiling, maybe back and forth, okay, just to get a little bit on the wall. And as you're about to attack the corner, you have to understand that there is this kind of way of feathering the brush, meaning as you see, holding the brush, now if I push down, it feathers the brush and it creates this kind of line where you can actually control the line on top, right? So instead of straight through, you actually have to push down a little bit and it creates this little bit of feathering. And you glide the brush to the line and you just kind of follow it. So once you get that, you can actually follow the line pretty much straight, okay? So this will be one technique that you need to know. And there is also another technique. You need to know that between you and the ceiling and the wall, for your eyes, needs to be, your brush needs to be 45 degrees from the ceiling and your brush. So you can see between the brush and the ceiling. Instead of this, you have to be able to control your line. So you need to always have this 45-degree angle in order to see the line, okay? And then you just kind of clean up the bottom, make sure you don't have these thick lines, which will kind of transition into a large, long line. So here we go on the bottom. So there's another also same thing. We're gonna attack the ceiling. You dip your brush, twirl it as you see, to get enough on there. And in order for, like I said, same thing with the baseboard. If you're working below, you need to have your brush and you 45 so I can view this spot with my eyes. And the brush is also being feathered, right? And you just glide it through and just clean it up. Right, so always remember, this 45 degree is very important between your eyes, seeing where the lines is, okay? And go back and clean up, okay? Now there is a little more challenging when you're doing a ceiling. You have to know that you have to remember gravity. If you have too much paint on your brush, it'll fall down. So less paint on your brush when you're doing ceilings, right? You clean it up and have less. So as you see, if I do the ceiling, paint will naturally roll down the brush and can actually have drops all over. Okay, so just less paint on your roller or brush when you're doing ceiling. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps you towards your new project.